Okay, so we've just started recording the meeting. So here is Anna Maximenko, who is a successful Delta Model 1 taker, right? Anna, what result did you manage to achieve?
Distinction.
Wow! Isn't it amazing?
It was.
Did you actually expect that result to come?
I was pretty confident, but I didn't think of like distinction. No, the aim was to pass. No, it's not true.
Okay, so you were hoping to get something,
hoping,
like
something more than just a pass. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So which components did you find the most challenging in Delta Model 1?
Oh, I found the most challenging the timing, because if I had 5 more minutes for paper one, I would have found some more features in the last task.
Yeah.
Task 5, as far as I remember.
Yeah. That's typical, actually.
Yeah. So a lot of people say that it's a good idea to start from the fifth task.
Because it's the most valuable, right?
Valuable, yeah, and yeah,
and
this is why
challenging as well.
You can get a lot of points, yeah, for that.
Right. Yeah.
For that part.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah. But I started from the beginning. I don't know. I wanted to do it in order. Maybe
I know. I am of the same kind.
Yeah, maybe if I had practiced doing it like that while doing mock tests with you, yeah, maybe it.
But it requires more concentration, like what to do first, what to do next, and if you do it in order, you are focusing only on the most important things there. Yeah.
So if you are like us, then don't spend too much on the first task. For example, if you don't know the definition, just skip, move on. Yeah.
And actually, I find this strategy quite helpful for everyone, because it's easier to concentrate at the beginning in terms of timing. And then whatever time is left, you'll be using it. You'll be making use of that. Yeah.
I was afraid of that I could spend too much time on the fifth. Yeah. And then I wouldn't have any time for the rest.
Well, Delta Model 1 is obviously a test. Yeah. But if you think about that, it requires a lot of knowledge, and some preparation it's evident. So what helped you get to that level, Delta level?
Yeah, that's true. You need to prepare, because I passed it some time ago. Yeah, and when you asked me to talk about it, I had to refresh my memory what the tasks were about and so on. And I thought that if I went right now to take it, I wouldn't probably get a distinction. So yeah, what we did first, my study buddy. This is a good piece of advice.
Interesting. Study buddies. Yeah, it's very helpful.
Get a study buddy. It will give you structure, motivation, and and first, I think that one of the things that we had done, which was useful, we did IHCAM.
Could you tell me a little bit more how you benefited from that course, from taking that course? What did you do?
We brushed up on terminology, methodology, everything. Yeah, so it took us, I don't remember, 3 months or 4 months. Yeah, and the great thing, the beauty of that course was that we got reading materials. Which were, the information was presented in a concise, clear way. So I didn't have to read all the books that I recommended for Delta Module 1. I used those materials. But if you're going to do the same thing, my advice is to first to scrutinize the Delta handbook before doing the camp. If I had done that, I would have spared some more time, maybe. Yeah, because I would have known what to focus on during the course. Yeah, with the requirements.
So you did camp online, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, usually we we give some personal feedback to our candidates, and if we know they are going to take Delta Model 1, we show them which components are particularly beneficial in that sense. Yeah.
So go to do a course with Anna then.
Okay, that's the point. That's the message.
Yeah.
Okay, keep it in mind, obviously. Yeah. But you know, I can see quite a lot of books behind you, and some of the books I imagine might be helpful in terms of Delta preparation. And in spite of the fact, of course, everyone can benefit from different types of summaries we can read, right? There might be some areas we need to delve into to understand them better, yeah, more precisely, and so on. So what sources would you recommend for other Delta candidates?
Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't recommend reading like all the books cover to cover, but some of the books I read cover to cover. One of them is this one, Grammar, which is useful for task 5. Yeah,
great.
And not only, yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
I read
also, yeah,
like the whole of it. And then Testing for Language Teachers by Arthur Hughes.
Hughes, yes, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that one as well.
Yeah,
then,
assessment is a very challenging category.
Yes. You need to familiarize yourself with the concepts, the terminology, everything. And another one, this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't focus on it. Like, yeah, I haven't read it from cover to cover, but yeah, it's just
it's a good reference book.
Yeah, good reference book, right?
Yeah.
And you can just, read it before going to bed. Not only would you brush up.
Well, yeah, if you know the topic, like you're focusing on one task at a time, right? Then you can just read a couple of articles. Yeah, just a few pages. Again, a good summary of different bits and pieces that are necessary to be aware of. Yeah. Okay.
All right. What else? How to Teach Pronunciation, another book that I used. Some chapters. Yeah, so use some chapters. Don't read it like if you don't need. Yeah. Find the chapters that you
by Mark Hancock?
Gerald Kelly.
Okay, another one.
Yeah, and then Techniques and Principles of Language Teaching by Diane Lawson Freeman.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's very good. It's a kind of overview for everything you need to know, like as a teacher, about how languages are learned and some methods and approaches. Those things. Yeah. Good.
Another one is Beyond the Sentence.
Oh yeah, discourse level.
Discourse, yeah. This one. Good. And yeah, these I think are the most important ones.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, perhaps we can add a couple of other books like Sounds Foundation by Underhill or whatever. I like Roach, Peter Roach's book on pronunciation again. But yeah, we have different preferences. Right. Amazing. So what kind of guidance? You mentioned, study buddies. So how did you benefit from meeting up with someone else? What did you do? Did you talk over what you've read or what you've done, or you talked over the answers?
Yeah, we met almost every evening, Julia, and we checked the knowledge of terminology for like 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
Like testing each other?
Yeah, testing each other.
Nice.
And then we discussed your homework. What we did after IHK, we contacted you and asked you to help us. And that was brilliant because it was like tailor-made. Yeah, the important thing is that you gave us feedback, because I believe that if you're a genius and a well-organized person, you can do it on your own. Yeah, but
absolutely.
Without feedback, it's difficult.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, you may think you've answered that right. Yeah. But then there are a couple of hints like how it can be done even better. And then you can get a distinction, for example. Yeah. Okay. In a blink.
So we met, discussed, tested each other on terminology, and then discussed your homework, past papers. Yeah, this is crucial. Past papers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You did quite a lot, yeah? Different types of sample tasks. You found some online. So do you think that the more practice, the better, or at a certain
Absolutely.
point you have to stop?
I believe that you have to do the old ones because they go with exam report.
Yeah, that's very useful.
And
It's like
this
getting
gives
feedback,
you
basically.
like a better understanding of what you expected to do. So the first thing I would say, scrutinize the Delta handbook, because there is also guideline answers. Yeah, there are guideline answers, and there are some comments on
the answers given by
the answers given by candidates. And do what you're required to do. Yeah, if they expect you to lay out your answer in a particular way, do that. This is important. Yeah, if you're supposed to use headings, use headings. Yeah, it should be clear. And
so the layout of the answers are of particular importance, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Right. Okay, let's summarize. So let's imagine you're giving some tips to, you know what, I'm reading at the moment a book which is called Atomic Habits. So let's imagine we are creating atomic habits for those who are preparing for Delta Model 1, for example. Yeah, I'm not talking about other models of Delta, but, you know, they're interconnected, obviously. Anyway, this model preparation, what tips would you give? What atomic habits do we have to develop?
Atomic habits, practice.
The most important key points, yeah? Like regular what?
Regular, so use this book regularly. For example, before going to bed, or with your study buddy. I haven't mentioned that you shared some Quizlet sets with us, which we also used. Yeah, that was helpful. So next, practice regularly and read the exam report. So compare your answers to what's the examiner commented on.
Don't take it for granted if it's done. You need to analyze and think about how you can improve your responses all the time.
Time yourself while doing mock tests. This is crucial because timing is horrible.
Exactly.
You don't have time at all. Yeah, it's just you write all the time. Yeah, you don't have any time.
And perhaps listen to others. You know, study buddies are very useful because you may have considered something, but then they chip in with something that you haven't thought of. And it gives you a lot more ideas, you know, in terms of giving the responses to those tasks where you have to produce more, and the more the better.
Yes, then I would also suggest writing some tips for yourself, like for each task, for example. Yeah, what is the layout so that you can,
quickly check. Nice. I like it. I'll take.
I did that. Yeah, it helped a lot. Like task 1, layout like this. Yeah, you expect.
One of the tasks during my new course will be figure out the strategies. Yeah, good. Okay, awesome.
And then read what is necessary. It's not possible to fit everything in your head, like every book that is suggested.
Yeah,
focus on
don't go crazy, but still read something like on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Awesome, fantastic.
And so speaking of atomic habits, as far as I know, you need to make it easier for you. So maybe print out everything, for the next day. This would be nice. Yeah. Or at least review some of your notes, get ready for the input session or study buddy meet up or whatever. Yeah, so keep recycling and consolidating on a regular basis. Yeah, that might be really helpful. Okay, awesome. I wanted also to say that, you know, when I just started to prepare, some things were seemed obvious. Yeah, why would I write such obvious? But write obvious things.
Yeah.
Whatever you know.
Yeah, good.
everything you know. Yeah, and
That's a very
those
good
obvious
point. Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
should
some
be
people
written.
may be surprised. Yeah, what
Yes.
else we can mention there? Like it's a noun, for example. Yeah, it's obvious, but this is one of the things you have to highlight. Yeah, good, great. You know what? I really enjoy talking to you, Anna. I think you have already shared quite a lot of tips. We're not going to delve into, you know, behaviorism or, I don't know, assessment or whatever.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, I'm not testing you again. You don't deserve that. But hopefully this conversation will be really useful for future candidates. Yeah. So thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording.